see students fully immersed in a project, that's number one.
Students at Milford High School have spent weeks working to build a high-altitude balloon to understand temperature changes with altitude.
I thought it would be a perfect fit for aerospace engineering. We're studying lapse rate, and I could give them a worksheet on it. I could give them a PowerPoint. It's a lot better to be fully engaged in a lesson.
Building the balloon meant extensive planning and coordination.
When you were working on a large project, you can't do it all yourself. So you had parachute team, you had balloon team, helium team, even knot tying team. All those systems have to come together.
By working with each other, students learned valuable science, engineering, and leadership skills.
You're going to be working with other engineers that are focused in their own field. So we each had a subsystem of the overall project. Like we all had to do our own separate things and then communicate so that it could all fit together.
I learned a lot about how radio systems work and just a lot of the protocol that goes into sending something that high in the air.
I feel like it did really help me with a bit on the leadership side as well as the learning side.
On May 8th, the balloon was filled with helium. The temperature, camera, and GPS sensors were attached, and the balloon was launched into the sky. The balloon traveled through the troposphere and into the stratosphere, where the onboard camera sampled the curvature of the Earth and rivers chiseling through the Ohio Valley. At 102,000 feet, the camera captured the balloon exploding. The payload then fell tens of thousands of feet until settling in eastern Kentucky trees. Mr. Lepper was proud of his students for not just building, launching, retrieving, and reviewing data collected by the balloon, but for embracing the project.
It's really all about the kids. It is fun to launch a balloon, but it's much more fun to see the students engage the way they were.
As students explore temperature changes in the atmosphere, Mr. Lepper is already planning for another launch next year.
We want to add a secondary payload and partner with elementary schools or junior high schools and run some experiments like what happens to things in microgravity and film that sort of experiment.
I'm meteorologist Scott Dimick, Local 12 News.